YouTube, what's good? It's your boy Walt, baby 8. Don't forget it. Um, it's week 8. I know how to make a video for week 7, but let's just leave that in the past and get to this week. It's week 8. So, ready or not, here I come with the Fugees. Week 8 picks on deck. Let's start out in Kansas City. Buffalo going to Kansas City. Kansas City is great at home. They're pretty decent. They're having a good season this year, so I gotta roll with them. Buffalo's just not doing it for me right now. Moving on. Jacksonville at Dallas. As y'all saw in the Monday night game, Tony Romo got hurt. John Kennedy came in, and they treated him like he was a rookie instead of a veteran. They didn't let him do much. He'll be a little more prepared for this game, but I still see Jacksonville winning because Jacksonville has a decent enough team to beat bewildered and bruised Dallas team. So I'm going with Jacksonville. Moving on. Got Carolina Panthers going to St. Louis. Carolina's coming off a win last week. Got the first win of the season against San Francisco. Carolina played great. Their rookie receivers played amazing. Geddes and Brandon LaFell, they played amazing. Geddes had 125 yards. So I'm hoping the Panthers will carry that over to this week and get on the right track. At least get some wins under the belt. Ain't nobody talking about playoffs. Playoffs? Playoffs? No, Jim Moore. No, Jim Moore. We're not talking about playoffs. We're just talking about the Panthers trying to get back on the right track. So I'm taking Carolina in this one. Moving on. Washington Redskins going to Detroit Lions. Going into Detroit. Detroit's had a lot of bad luck this year. Washington has had some good luck. They had a great their defense is great. I mean, not great, but the defense is pretty good. Washington's is. Y'all saw D'Angelo Hall pick off Jay Cutler 4 times. Cuatro. A little Spanish for y'all. Cuatro, 4. And I think they'll keep it rolling this week, going to Detroit and get that W. So, got Washington. Moving on. Minnesota Vikings going into Cincinnati. Question is, will Brett Favre play? Will he end his streak? I hope not. I mean, I want to see Tavares Jackson play, but I don't want to see Brett Favre's streak end. Even though I've been criticized in the past for not really being on the Brett Favre bandwagon, but if Brett plays, I think they have a good chance of winning, but they might not win. But if Brett doesn't play, they really have a bad chance of winning. But I think Tavares Jackson can manage the game well enough to keep it interesting, but Cincinnati's hungry, so I'll see them going in there and getting a W. I mean, Minnesota going into Cincinnati, Cincinnati coming out with a win. My fault. Moving on to the next game. Got the Denver Broncos, got the San Francisco 49ers. This is an interesting matchup because both teams are coming off losses. San Francisco lost to Carolina Panthers. Denver got embarrassed by Oakland. So it's going to be really interesting to see who comes out on top. And this game is in London at Wembley Stadium. So, it's going to be interesting to see how they play after a long flight and getting used to playing overseas and stuff. But we'll have to see about that. I'm picking Denver to win the game. San Francisco, this is just not their year. Everybody expected good things from them, but they didn't produce. So, I go with the Denver Broncos. Moving on. Green Bay Packers at the New York Jets. Green Bay, they've been up and down this season. They've showed flashes of brilliance, and then they've just tanked at times. The Jets are a team that has it together, so I'm picking the Jets, but this is going to be a pretty good game. Jets defense against Green Bay's offense. Green Bay's defense against the Jets offense. Great matchups there. This is going to be a great matchup game. Offensive line versus defensive line, corners versus receivers. You're going to see everything. Coach versus coach, coordinator versus coordinator. It's going to be everything. It's going to be a great game. I think this is going to be the game of the week. I'm picking the Jets to win that, but it's going to be the game of the week. Moving on. Tennessee Titans at the San Diego Chargers. Got to go with Tennessee there. Tampa Bay at Arizona. Going with Tampa right there. Minnesota Vikings at the New England Patriots. Oh, my fault. Going back, Miami is playing Cincinnati, not Minnesota. Wow. Big fuck up. Can't read my own handwriting. Wow. Anyway, going back to that game, I'm changing my pick and go for Miami to beat Cincinnati. Sorry about that. Moving up, Minnesota and New England. Like I said about the Brett Favre, Tavares Jackson, just apply that over here with New England coming up on top. Moving on, Seattle at Oakland. Oakland's coming off a great win. I hope they don't come and beat in their chest because they will get beat. But if Oakland can keep that going, they'll win this game. I'm picking Oakland to roll off of that win, but they come in boasting and bragging, they can get their ass kicked. That moving us on to the Sunday nighter. Pittsburgh at New Orleans. This is gonna be an interesting game. It's on Halloween. It's in New Orleans, so y'all know what to expect with that. It's gonna be crazy. You know, up is down, left is right, front is back, whatever. In New Orleans on Halloween, so. Because of that, and because of the advantage, the home field advantage in the Superdome, I'm picking New Orleans Saints to get this W. And that brings us to the last but not least Monday nighter, Houston Texans at the Indianapolis Colts. This should be interesting. This should be really good. Good AFC South matchup. Two evenly matched teams. Indy has a better team. Houston got the better of them in their first matchup earlier in the season, so I think Indy's got revenge on their mind, and I think they will go into Lucas Oil Stadium and get the W. They will defend their home turf like Peyton Manning and the Colts always do, and I think they'll come up with the win. Well, with that saying, that's it for this week, y'all. Week Ocho is in the books. Rate, comment, subscribe. Thumbs up, thumbs down. There's no thumb to the side, so I think they should have. You're like, thumb to the side? No. Well, anyway, that's it, y'all. It's your boy Walk Baby 8 signing out. Holla at y'all.